heck is this gonna work? I don't know. What? Dude, I don't understand any of this. Okay. We're gonna go for it. There might be a latency. And I definitely don't understand what I'm doing right now. Let me go get the controller real quick. I hope my audio is good. I could check the stream, I guess, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid of this whole process right now, because obviously I've never done this. Let me see.
Hey, you.
Hey, shut up.
You
Where?
were trying to cross the border, right?
No.
Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
I'm not one of you.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and
I'm not a Confederate.
I had been looking for you. Stolen that horse and then halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here.
I mean, I guess it's live streaming right
We're
now, I
all
guess.
brothers and sisters in Pines now.
I don't really have anything else to say.
What's wrong with him, huh? Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King. Ulfric? The Jarl of Greenhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. They captured you. Oh God, where are they taking us?
Home?
I don't know where we're going.
We're going home, guys.
Sovngarde awaits. No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
It's happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief? Why do you care?
I'm from Somerset Isles. I'm one of the chosen people.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
I've never really been to this very poor and racist land of yours.
Let's get this over with. Sure.
Over in the...
Danella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't say the last divine. I'm glad you didn't say that. Because we would have some problems.
General Tullius, the military.
There's only 8 of them, there's not a
And it
9th.
looks like the Thalmor are with them. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this.
Don't talk about my people like that. We're here to teach you dirty Nords the truth of the Talmud, the Elven Talmud.
I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Velod is still making that mead with juniper berries.
Think about whatever you want before you're deaf, dude. Alright, so for this speed run, because it's going to be a speed run, we're going to do 3 of the main quests. So we're going to do the whole Dragonborn Avatar The Last Airbender quest, the main quest, where we're going to have to learn all 4 elements, I mean all of the word walls in order to become the reincarnated Dragonborn, and then we're going to have to do the Winterhold College, the Longhouse College arc, where we're going to go learn from the feminists how to perform witchcraft.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the
That'll be
gods
exciting.
waiting for us.
Go learn the Kabbalah
We're not rebels.
from the other elves.
Face your death with some courage. You've got to tell them we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Then we're going to do the Civil War quest line, because we got to take out
Loves their damn
old
lists.
Confederate right here.
Ulfric Stormcloak.
I may not like
Jarl of
the...
Windhelm.
Or
It
wait,
has
should
been
we...
an honor, Jarl of
I don't know.
Ralof of Riverwood.
I'm thinking it's cooler to be a Confederate in this play run. So I'm taking that we're going to be one of the chosen people who actually helps the Nords, alright?
I'm not a rebel. You can't do
We're
this.
going to be an elf that brings back the worship of Tiber Septim.
Anyone else feel like running?
And that play run definitely hasn't been done before,
You
has
then.
it?
Step forward.
Okay.
Who are you?
Name's Bill. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Yeah. Now, let's not do any precedents, but let's get a nice big old... Get all the dirt. I want this guy to be kind of terrifying, but I also want him to be... No scars, though. No war paint, that's kind of lib. Right. Skip him the sharpest nose we can get. That looks pretty sharp. Nose height. Should we... No, let's bring it up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's great. That's great. Okay. Jaw. Can we recess his jaw? We'll give him a fattened jaw right there. No, we'll make it a little... Yeah, there we go. No, that looks too sharp. That looks too sharp. We want him to look a little unkept. There we go. There we go. Or should we... I don't care. I don't care about the cheekbones. Nose color. Let's give him a nice Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose. Chin color. I don't really care about that. Okay. Eye shape. Let's give him those... some bug eyes. Yeah. Or what's more buggy? I suppose down here was kind of... Yeah, there you go. There you go. Eye height. Let's bring them down. Yep. Yep. Separate them. Push them back. Get a little eye... Yep. Oh, that's perfect. Good morning, sir. Brow. I don't care about the brow. Mouth shape. What is the... That one looked terrible. Push it up. Mouth forward. Push it out. Chin. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah! And then lip color. Let's give him some... Those look good. Hair. Let's give him... Let's see. Do we want him to look like a young Jewish boy with like a ponytail, or do we want to go for like a... I'm a kicked out rabbi look? Yeah, this looks like, you know, I used to teach Torah down the street, but then they kicked me out. Then the Imperials came and found me. And can we make it white? Gray is okay. That's fine. And we'll do Rabbi. Rabbi Chumpton. And I am validly ordained, so please call me Rabbi.
Are you, Hayat? No, that can't be right. Captain.
I'm a chosen
should we
people.
do?
You probably shouldn't
He's
be
not on
killing
the
me
list.
right now.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
I'll remember
By
you.
orders, Captain.
That's what. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be Confederates now because now we have to take this this DEI hire. We got to take her out because she thinks she has all the power. I like that the only woman in this scene right now is the one who's consistently talking the most, acting like she has the most power, even more power over her general, right? Why do we have this woman priest right here? Why is she about to perform the rites? Where is Tiber Septim? Who is the priest? Who is the prophet of Tiber Septim? Why is he not here right now? We got this woman priest. There'll never be peace if she's here right now performing this rite.
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius.
As long as she's in charge of this
As we
execution.
commend your souls to Aetherius.
Blah 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 blah. Tiber Septim. Blah 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 blah. Tiber Septim. Shut up, woman.
Let's get this over with.
Learn as you wish.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be a Stormcloak because these dudes are.
I haven't got all morning.
They're locked in. They're girded. They're girded for battle right now, and I'm honestly, it's making my blood boil.
You say the same.
You Imperial bastards!
Gonna have to do some Trisagian prayers for him.
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the High Elf.
Oh, you're thirsty to just kill some chosen people.
Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
No, you said next the High Elf.
Nice and easy.
That's the next prisoner right there. Do I get to say like any last prayers? No, we just get right into it. You don't even offer me that dignity. I am a part of the chosen race.
Sentries.
And you won't even let me pray to the 8 divines? There isn't a 9th divine. That's what they taught me in school in the Somerset Isles. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. A friend at church made fun of me for playing games on easy. Okay, so this is on master. We'll keep it on master. Oh, you can't play games on easy, Markel. This is gonna be an ascetic labor for me. This is gonna be very difficult. I've never played this game on anything other than on what? Adept? Yeah. So this might not be too good. This might not be too good. Alright, let's get the... We're gonna have to fix these controllers because this is terrible. Left hand. Oh, okay. Left, right. Why is it... This is already incredibly autistic. Activate. A. Sheath. Yep. Character menu. B. Yep. Such a stupid. I think I want A to be jump, and then Y. Yeah, Y can be act. We'll have B be activate. Ah, I hate this. I hate this so much. Such an autistic way of designing this. Okay, we'll try this out for right now.
What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Okay.
Legends don't burn down villages.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Now, do they actually... Nope, they don't char his body at all. Great. Let's go. So preferably by the end of this stream today, I'd like to at least have killed the first dragon. We'll see how far we get. I might be screaming and crying through most of this stream because I've never played this game on Master. Okay, come on. Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up. Cool. But we have to learn the secrets of Kabbalah and Torah magic before we can take on this dragon right here. And we have to go learn that from our people at college.
You're not stopping us this time. Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, screw you guys. First off, this was a highly illegal execution. I am a member of the chosen race, a holy people, set apart by the 8 divines to rule over this planet, and you guys won't recognize me.
Looks like we're the only ones who made
When I
it.
turn the temple of Tiber Septim into the new 3rd Elven
Like the
temple, you
children's
guys will
stories and the
understand.
legends. The harbingers of the end times.
That's cool. Can you cut my
We
hands?
better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Please hurry up.
There you go. May as well take Gunyor's gear. He won't be needing it anymore.
Okay. No,
All right.
No.
Get that armor on.
I don't do that. We're not gonna be doing that.
Swings. I'm going to see if I can find some way out of here.
We're gonna be honorable. We'll let that man die with the things that he had in this earth, on this earthly toil. Do I have to? It's gonna make me loot his dead body?
No way to open this from outside.
I don't want to have to do that. That's a comrade. Okay. It's. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Because that's highly dishonorable. I don't want to have to immediately loot his body. We got another one of these female captains right here. I'm using fire.
I'll spare you for now.
What are you doing?
You aren't very good at this.
Maybe one of these Imperials had the key.
You weren't doing too good. And if I even cared to help, maybe one of these Imperials has a key?
Let's see here.
Oh, do you have to get it?
Here we are. Found a key. Let's see if it opens that door. That's it. Come on. Let's get out of here before the dragon brings the whole tower down on our heads.
In that case, why did we come in here? We could have ran outside of the city. It wasn't like the gate was shut. Well, I'm not an official member yet. I will be, but
No more.
not right now.
I yield.
Let's go ahead and just start
Not the best you can do.
looting things. If I have to help him, he isn't a very good Stormcloak, yeah. If I have to help him, the war is definitely not going to end very well. So we'll choose to not help.
See if you can
Search
find any
the barrel
potions.
for some potions.
Need them.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that part. So I guess for me, the whole point of this speed run or this stream, this series of streams that we're gonna do, I'm gonna take a break from the
Done?
the
Let's get
more
moving.
virtuous and sort of difficult readings we've been doing online. We won't be reading the Book of Enoch for a while, probably. It just doesn't seem to be very spiritually beneficial for people. And I think the reason a Book of Enoch, or even if I read like the Book of Psalms on stream, the reason I think that none of that is actually spiritually beneficial is because
Wait a second.
people are mentally ill.
There's something in
And
this cave.
I probably shouldn't be creating opportunities for them to be learning about religion online. I should probably be doing less of that so that they can go to church and actually be healed of their mental illness.
See if you
I
can
don't
get
want
it
to be a
open with some
teacher
pick. Might need that gold. What?
and lead people astray.
Pick it out. Grab
And
it.
even just like,
Let's go.
even if I'm teaching okay things in my mind, right? I don't want to build up an audience over that. I don't want to have people listening to me instead of going to church, instead of talking to a priest. I would prefer to just be known as the video game guy who occasionally rants about religion or something. I would prefer that. So we're gonna have to take a break from all that type of content. It's just not spiritually beneficial to anybody, right? And everyone always misses the point of like a book of Enoch or whatever, like the book of Jasher, Jubilees. The whole point of all those books is not that you learn some type of gnosis that God was giving you, right? And that is what people make those books out to be. Like God has revealed to us more scripture, right? There's more knowledge to be had. Actually, the thing that you need to be healed of,
Orders are to wait until General Tullius arrives.
the child inside of you,
Waiting to be killed.
who's holding you back in life, is not more reading. It's more application, right? So nobody applies the Book of Enoch, and that's why I was reading the Book of Enoch, was so that people could apply the message, and not this whole stupid God has taught us about the Anunnaki, or there's more scripture out there than what you're aware of. And it's like, no. The message of the Book of Enoch is that you've been being watched the entire time while you willfully sin, and that should scare you. That's the point of the Book of Enoch. It's about being an adult, not being a child anymore, not being a willful, sinful child anymore. That's what it's about. The narrative is supposed to scare you. The narrative is supposed to be like, oh wow, what do you mean 10 million saints in heaven are watching me? What do you mean Enoch is writing down everything that I'm doing? You don't have to necessarily take that at face value, but that type of message should scare you. It should make you want to grow up. And I think why this speedrun will be beneficial for me is because I've never played this game on master difficulty, right? I'm gonna have to grow up. I'm gonna have to experience the game in a new way. And people are very afraid to experience life on hard mode. And it's like, no, that's actually... Oh, sorry about the audio right there. I was trying to itch my ear. But that is actually the thing that you need to have an easier life, is to live life on hard. Everyone made fun of Tucker Carlson. Do I need a bow for this part, or can I just actually fight the bear? Tucker Carlson said a few years ago, like, actually, no, if you're a young person, you should just, like, have as many kids as possible and learn along the way, and everyone made fun of him for that. Everyone made fun of him for saying that you should just let God do whatever in your life, essentially, and see the blessings that come out of that. For some people, again, you have to use some discernment. It doesn't make sense for you to have children right now. But for like, if you're a struggling young man who's addicted to porn or whatever, maybe you should go play Skyrim on like legendary mode. That would be a better use of your time. I highly doubt God is going to judge you for, instead of being a child stuck in your sexual repression that you inherited either spiritually from your parents. I do believe in some sense you do inherit the sins of your parents. Not that you necessarily are being judged for those sins, but the things that your father struggled with, the things that your mother struggled with, even your grandparents. Those are going to be the same sins that you have to struggle with, in a sense. Right? But sometimes we create sin on our own, or we create more tragedies of life on our own. And if you know, or you can't trust yourself to treat yourself good, or to treat yourself in a righteous way, right? Then yeah, it'd be better for you to go play a video game on hard mode and get very upset trying to do it. Catman, 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 Catman. Yeah, we gotta wipe these abominations out. These bestial abominations. And we'll see if we can get a better sword in there. Catman, Catman, Catman. Okay, but I was also talking with my friend from church about Jordan Peterson lately, and it sounds silly, but actually the point of life is to save your father from the belly of the well. That is true. That's based and true. Now, what does that actually mean? Like specifically, I don't know. But it's true. It's true. The point of life is to save your father from the belly of the well. Or to save yourself from the belly of the well. Or if you want to think about it in more biblical ways, the point of life is to stop screaming at God inside of the well and just do what he wanted you to do to begin with. Alright? There's a lot of spiritual Jonahs running around. When God tells them, get out of your country, out of your father's house, into a land that I'm telling you to go onto, they run away like Jonah instead of listening like Abraham. And I'm not going to sit here and judge those people like I don't do that myself. Right? But in my own little way, this is me trying to reorder society. And it starts by playing this game that I've played over 100 times since my youth. It starts by playing the game how it was meant to be played. Oh man. I'm talking myself into greater levels of tragedy right now. Oh man. I'm talking myself into a terrible ascetic labor. I know I'm gonna scream, I know I'm gonna get upset, but again, learning how to process those difficult feelings even in like a silly setting like this, most young men have never even had the opportunity to do that. Most young men, they didn't grow up playing sports, right? So they never learned rough and tumble play. They never really learned how to fight against other men, or how to compete against other young men. So that masculine energy just started to wither away and die within them, right? Because they lived their life on easy mode. They didn't do any sort of challenge, right? Okay, yeah. This is in a pretty fair complaint. Did I not pick up a sword? This is not going to go well. The only fair complaint that people have against the legendary mode of Skyrim is that it kind of makes the Dragonborn like a very weak person. Like, why did that not... Okay, game, let me play. So actually, just because this is going to break the immersion, because first off, I'm a member of the chosen people. I'm a member of the chosen people. I'm using magic against these dirty bandits, and for some reason I can't fight back after a certain point. So I don't want to break my own immersion, so we're gonna put that right back on master. Because the Dragonborn should be able to just cheese through most enemies. The Dragonborn shouldn't have an issue with fighting one bandit. That shouldn't be a thing. What was I talking about? I don't know. I don't know. But grow up. Right? Grow up. People, when the original Boruto manga and anime came out, everyone was upset. Weapons and armor can be improved. I don't want to do a smithing speedrun though. I don't really care about that. But when the Boruto anime came out, everyone was, and by everyone I mean terminally online incel men. And the issue with being an incel is that you should be voluntarily celibate. You shouldn't be begrudging of the fact that God has kept you from the evils of women. You shouldn't be upset about that. Right? Yeah, so that's how the Dragonborn should be able to kill people. He should just be able to shock you to death like Emperor Palpatine or something. It shouldn't be a struggle on my part. But everyone was upset at the Boruto anime because first off, they're like, oh, this is meant for kids, which is very true, right? You have all these people who are addicted to Naruto. And Naruto is a good show. I understand that it has a lot of good lessons in it. Okay? But the Boruto show is, in some sense, meant to teach a different lesson than what Naruto is teaching, right? And in some sense, it's meant for children, right? So if you're having a problem watching Boruto, and it is meant to be for children, that should tell you something. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. That should tell you something. But even like Boruto, like I would think in my mind an adult could watch that. There still are adult themes, right? Learning how to treat your parents better is a lesson that anyone can learn at any time in their life, right? But I suspect because many incels or terminally online men have an issue with their parents is the same way they had an issue with that story. Because the whole first chunk of Boruto is about him learning how to respect his dad. The first chunk is Naruto learning how to actually be a father because he didn't have a father in his life, right? I don't know why people are expecting the story to just stay stagnant with Naruto being a ninja wizard god who doesn't learn any lessons, right? And they're acting like Naruto can't sin. And that's the whole point of the first half of the Naruto, or the Boruto TV show, is that Naruto is sinning against his family. And he has to learn how to not do that. Every single time. It doesn't matter what I'm recording, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, there's always a phone message. There's always a phone. What are you doing? And here's my spiritually unsaved friend asking me what I'm doing. I'm live streaming Skyrim and talking about the virtues. But you have to love your parents, right? Even if they're terrible people. And sometimes loving your parents means you stop talking to them. You cut them off because talking to them would be toxic. And, oh wait, I needed to go down there for whatever was down here. Yep. Right, and Boruto has to learn, actually, I have a fair bit of pride, right? That's what Boruto learns. Actually, my dad is actually very powerful and cool, and I've not understood the role that being Hokage, or I've not understood what this position has done to him, or what he has to do, or like the logical entailments of doing and being the Hokage. Boruto didn't understand any of that at the beginning of the show. He learns it over time. He learns that actually, no, my mom is right. My dad is protecting this whole village. He's learning that actually, no, I should probably just have a more simple form of love for my dad like my sister does, right? That's what Boruto learns. And if you couldn't understand that,
Dragon! I saw a dragon!
it's either because you're battling the repressed, sexually abused, and I don't even necessarily mean like your parents sexually abused you, right? Porn is sexual abuse, right?
New to Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see how that.
Should I narrate some of this? Rayloff said you would help me out.
Good day.
I don't want to do it like that.
Lucan over Rayloff? How do you know him?
It should be like I don't know. I don't want to make it too racist and start doing like a Jew voice.
You did? We heard that Ulf. No, sorry. But it would explain what I saw earlier. Right? I don't know. Things just. The Jarl needs. We need to get word to Jarl Varg.
And even in this world,
Send
right?
whatever troops he can.
And I've gleaned this understanding from other people, right? I didn't actually notice this in the story of Skyrim itself. Because most of the time, people just play a video game and they don't think about it right. But I was thinking, like, it's interesting that in this story, in all of the quest lines, all of the quest lines involve people not doing the thing that they should be doing. This whole society is on the verge of multiple apocalypses because the leaders of institutions won't do what they're supposed to do. The leaders of these institutions are not forthright, they're not virtuous people, and they're not good people. They're people who, you know, oh, okay. That was cool. They're very pragmatic people, right? They do what they think they need to do in the moment and hope that there's no consequences. Oh, let's kill them before there's other guards. Okay, yeah, I might die from this, so we need to back up. Why did I not favorite that one?
Victory is yours! I've suffered worse from training!
Okay, well then fight back then. Oh wait, I need to stop fighting back. Okay, but if you're some young man, right, not everything Jordan Peterson is going to tell you is correct. But let's talk about some things he is correct about, right? That the women online on the OnlyFans websites, the Pornhub girls, they're all succubuses or succubi. Right, because there's an element to which transgenderism is becoming pornographic now. So there's succubusses and succubi watching you on the internet. Oh, okay, come on, dude. And you have to avoid those people. But who else should you avoid? Is it... why is the controls are a little wonky sometimes. I might have to remap the sneak because it doesn't really make any sense. But I'm also distracted trying to talk about all these things while I'm trying to fight. How far is this going to push me back? Oh, okay, this isn't... that's not far at all. I need to be wise. Wisdom, let us attend. I need to actually start saving the game. Because I'm going to probably lose my mind with the amount of times I'm going to die in this.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
But you should listen to a Jordan Peterson when he tells you that, yeah, even the women that you're talking to in your life might be pornographic.
New to Riverwood? If you
Whether or
look-
not you're causing
Like
that, or
Alvar can help you out. He's
whether or not they're doing that to you.
If you really are Rayloff's, but it would explain what I saw earlier. You're right.
You have to
I don't
flee
know.
everything that's
Things just go-
pornographic.
The Jarl we need to get word to Jarl Valgarov in Whitetown to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Okay. Wait, what about
I'm
the...
glad to help.
Yeah,
like
there
I
we go.
said, I'm glad to help in any way I can.
Yeah,
Help
'cause
yourself to whatever you need. but
we're
then
taking
just-
everything. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. We're
Alright,
taking
then.
everything. I didn't take everything last time. But, you know, add some difficulty in your life. You already don't do enough, right? You may do enough in, like, your work, your secular work. But we have that command from God to give unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's and unto God the things that are God's, right? And actually doing that, actually going to work, not even in, like, just even in, like, the secular world or in the work of God, those are the things that are going to help you to become a man, to become a better person. Okay, let's not be a fool. The things that are necessary for a man to become a man, and Jordan Peterson actually doesn't talk about this at all, is work. Okay, we're gonna have to maybe leave them alone because I know there's guards right up here. Let's try it. We'll try it. We'll just focus on one first. Get him taken down. We'll do some speed real quick. Okay, we'll take some heroin. Oh, okay. So now we're out of that. Okay, come on. Come over here, guys. I'm right here, I'm right here. I'm right here. Hi. Hi. You're dead. Haha. Yeah, you were focused on the wrong thing. And now you're no more. Don't run away, I'm trying to help you. Come here, brother. There. I've helped. Here, you can even take my shoes. I've helped.
You know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim?
I am a true son and daughter of Skyrim. Now, maybe not ethnically, as in I've not been born here, but I've been grafted in, right? I've been grafted into the Nordic people. I am the elf that is going to restore the true worship of Tiber Septim And if anyone tries to stop me, I will burn them alive. It's sort of the attitude you have to have with life. I don't even know where I was going with that. Cool. Couldn't afford to aggro them
You
at this
handle
moment.
yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother.
And be a shield brother to you? You shouldn't even be in battle.
And outside, an order of warriors. We are brought.
You're a
we show up
warrior?
To solve problems if the coin is good enough. Well, nobody asked you.
Oh,
If you
why is
think
that
you're
guard
better than
shooting
me,
at me?
Go talk to Connie.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay. So something went wrong earlier when we attacked those dirty Imperials. Okay. Well, we saved at some point, right? You are... This game is already causing, like, psychosis in me.
Imperial business. Be on your way.
Let's start playing the game smart. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need to remap that because whenever I'm trying to back up and I press in, it's highly annoying. Okay. Stop lining me up. Are we gonna have to save after, like, every encounter? This is a very new experience for me. I've never played this game like this before. I suppose we have or we're gonna have to for the moment. I tried recording these videos yesterday. I tried live streaming Skyrim yesterday. And a lot of what I talked about yesterday was the Boruto, Jordan Peterson rambling. But I don't have the energy to rehash what I just spoke about yesterday. So I guess all I have to really say is, like, don't do the things that all the characters in this game do. No one is actually doing the thing that they should be doing. Everyone is faithless, heartless, crude, demonic. Like, even this girl right here, all of her power just comes from her being a half-breed.
Well, you could make for a decent shield, brother.
I don't want to be a shield brother with
An
some
order of warriors. We are
some
brothers and
werewolf.
sisters in honor, and we show up to solve problems if the coin. See what a warrior. of
Sounds like a
true
waste of
metal
time.
is like.
Sounds like a waste of time to join some warrior cult with a woman in it. Right? And I'm probably offending everyone. I don't really care. Everyone is so emotional these days, and I understand that. Before I joined the church, I was a highly emotional person. I lived my life based off how I felt in the moment, in the week, in the day, and I'm not saying I still don't have despondency sometimes. But I mean, like, 99% of my life was spent being effeminate, which is what most of these young men are engaging in.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, okay. In the same way that the Thalmor keep an eye on the entire country, and no one does anything about that.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more.
It's a very faithless, heartless group of people in this game who they don't care that the religion of their fathers has been trampled down, just like in real life. They don't care that the preconditions for this civil war were so obvious and avoidable, just like in real life. I hope there's not a civil war in America. Didn't this... I forget. Oh, not enough to come down here for, I guess. Dude, what mod has added all this stuff in? I thought I was playing without mods. But it's whatever, we need ingredients. We need to start cooking up. What is did my friend respond back?
Robin?
And honestly, I'm just gonna, for the longest amount of course, as soon as I put the phone down, did he respond back? For the longest amount of time, I've been sort of like teaching my friend aspects about the faith, or not aspects about the faith, I've just been teaching him the faith, right? And I talked about this at the beginning of the stream, but it doesn't seem to have worked. And I'm not stupid, and I know when things don't work, right? And I don't keep doing things that don't work. Right? If I'm telling you, and this is the issue that a lot of young men have, right? With anxiety, and they feel like if they go to church, they're going to be judged by people.
What's this about Riverwood being in danger?
And I used to be like, no one's gonna judge you when you go to church. Like, that's not gonna happen. And actually, I'm now thinking maybe these young people need to be judged. Maybe that is actually the issue, is that most of their life, their sins have been completely unchallenged. No one has sat them down and said, hey, what you're doing is actually like, is evil. And I know that there's like a more pastoral aspect to these things, where, you know, a priest probably wouldn't go up to a young man and judge them, right? But some of the things that my friend says to me, most of them I have to ignore, right? But like, maybe that was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have ignored those things, right? Because I just wanted to have him actually go to church.
You sought me out on your own. Here, there is another thing you could do.
Steel armor, thanks.
Let's go find Farengard, my court wizard.
But now I'm understanding that no, actually, people need to be told that what you're doing actually is very offensive to God.
Just to open his eyes. You
and you would have to cut those out if you want to be called a Christian.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities.
I came because I was
Warriors.
forced to take part in gainful employment, so I need to know where you want me to pick this thing up at.
What? Project? What? Please forgive. Now,
There's no shock
what did you
rune
say
on the
you want?
ground.
Well, when I say fetch, I
Just tell me, hurry up.
learned of a certain
Hurry
stone
up.
tablet.
Freaking, this freaking court wizard neckbeard can't just get to the point. But like this anxiety that these young men are feeling,
Staying safe, I hope.
right, in relation to church, in relation to Christianity, is demonic anxiety. It's not anxiety that
I spent a
leads
lot
to
of time in
holiness.
market stalls, so I
Let's listen to this sermon real quick.
Breathe now in royal and reshape this land which is mine. I do this for you, Red Legions, for I love you. I love, even as man, great talent, cherishes. For he saw in us, in each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel. And there it is, friends, the ultimate truth. We are the children of man. Talos is the true God of man, ascended from flesh to rule the realm.
Wait, he ascended? He ascended on high?
Is inconceivable to our elven overlords. Sharing
The chosen people can't understand this?
with man? Ha! They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your faith. But what of tomorrow? What then? Do the elves take your homes? Your
I didn't know
businesses?
Talos was both God and man. I did not know that. I didn't know that that was... Is Tiber Septim quite literally just the video game Jesus? Is that quite literally what they were going for? That was a little on the nose. That was not a mod. That was just the base dialogue. That was a little on the nose. The elves can't understand and they don't want to understand.
Yes, I call. We'll leave it
That
be.
is very on.
Thinking of settling in.
Why have I never noticed that? See, this is the beauty of actually playing the game not as a child, but as an adult. I'm experiencing this for the first time as an adult. Right? Tiber Septim is both God and man. He ascended on high. I guess he didn't despoil death by death or lead captivity captive, but I guess he did the rest of it, right? That's insane. I forgot to sell the steel armor. That kind of makes it even more important to join the Confederates because they actually have a theological point in their war. That's a pretty good reason to fight back. These dirty Imperials don't want you to worship the god of your fathers anymore. That's what I try telling my friend, is that you have to worship the god of your ancestors, which is not the pagan gods, is Jesus Christ. And if you're not doing that, what are we doing? Right? Everyone in America makes and loves making excuses for, you know, why their religion should just be unactive or inactive and soulless. And everyone loves making the argument that, like the Jews do, that the whole point of the religion is just reading books or reading the Bible. What about applying the Bible? I don't know how many Bible studies I've had with friends. Something has been going very wrong that I'm just now leveling up. But I have to keep like having these Bible studies with my friends. And it's like, okay, when are you guys going to apply any of the things that we read? It is actually easy to apply the command from St. Paul to pray without ceasing. That is actually easy. Is it easy to keep that up long term? No, because it's a battle with your flesh. But it's easy, I don't know, 5 times in a day, 10 times in a day, to say one verse of scripture. Okay, I'll give you my Orthodox Benedictine understanding, right? If you said, oh God, make speed to save me, oh Lord, make haste to help me, 5 times in a day, that's just the first verse of Psalm 69. Right? If you did that 5 times in a day, 7 times in a day, your life would already be so much better. You would have so much peace already in your heart. You would be okay with being an incel. And again, I think that's like one of the most demonic labels that could be put on these young men. And it like reinforces like some type of self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You shouldn't call yourself or identify as being involuntarily celibate. You should actually reorder your thinking to be voluntarily celibate. So that way God can bring the appropriate woman into your life, or maybe God can heal you of 2 decades of sexual trauma from watching porn, right? I said on Twitter recently, or recently as in last week, that God gatekeeps marriage. And he's not just gatekeeping marriage from like incels, he's gatekeeping marriage from like ortho bros. People who have like an actual good theological understanding, but their mindset, the condition of their heart is not good at all. You can be an ortho bro and have all of the correct theology in your head, but still a very terminally online and alone person, and very unsaved. Having knowledge about the Orthodox faith or having knowledge about Christianity doesn't mean anything, and actually it serves to judge you on the last day. Because God is going to ask, why didn't you do any of the things that Markel told you to do? He's not going to be literally, why didn't you listen to Markel, right? But for my friend, I would hope that Jesus doesn't have to ask him that. I would hope Jesus doesn't ask him, how is it that after over 60-something hours of Bible studies with Markel, over 20 hours of prayer where he taught you how to pray, gave you multiple different methods of prayer, multiple different Orthodox methods of prayer, and you didn't take anything up? I would hope, but like there's going to be a lot of people like that who were in some sense traumatized. Now he isn't like sexually traumatized, but he does have the other forms of social trauma that a lot of young men have. And I don't want to necessarily spill out his whole life story on the internet, and I don't even know if he's watching. But why am I already encountering a bandit outlaw this early in the game? I'm not even level 2. Do I need to... Do I need to, like, actually move the difficulty back down? Because that boss, or that type of enemy shouldn't even appear till, like, level 10. But like, you have to move beyond the anxiety and actually go to church. Okay, being terminally online or just keeping your faith at the level of essentially not taking the medicine, it's never gonna help you. You have to take the medicine. And go to church. Or like, my friend is very interested in like these very scrupulous sort of arguments and discussions that again are just so unspiritual and carnal that I just can't bear to talk about them anymore with him. Like, him constantly, I don't know how many times he's asked me about if some celebrity who's very obviously not Christian is going to be saved. Sir, you're not going to be saved. Because you keep missing the point on purpose. That's what these young men are doing to themselves. They're missing the point on purpose. They're missing the point that actually you need to stop watching porn before you talk to women. And they don't like that. They think that just because women sin, that must mean that, like, we can't judge them for sin. And yeah, women are stupid in this society. I get that. I get that. I get that women are brain dead, unspiritual, carnal people. But guess what? Men are too. Guess what? Watching porn is probably worse than what the girl did when she said to, like, that she didn't want to go out with you. Why do you want to traumatize some girl? Why do you want to ruin some girl's life by, you know, being stuck on porn? Right? And then there's gonna be some incel online who's like, oh, but Markel he isn't talking about the women, he isn't telling them to repent. I'm not a woman. I'm not beholden to talk about women all day. I'm a man. I care about the plight of other young men. I care about the plight of young black men, young white men. I don't care about or even have the ability to fix what women are doing. Okay? And again, it's just a cope. It's just a cope to deflect from the valid criticisms that people have of the incel community or of the ortho bro community. If you're a real ortho bro, you should be going to church. And if you're not going to church, you're not an ortho bro. You're a member of the synagogue of Satan. Any real ortho bro, right? And I consider myself an ortho bro. I consider myself a very zealous ortho bro. Okay? But it's not an uninformed and carnal form of orthobroism where I just sit back and I read texts all day, I read the fathers all day, I don't pray at all. I forget about that one life of the saint in Russia or in Serbia, wherever. Somewhere in Europe, there was a saint who he was caught with demonic pride. There was this demon, or Satan came up to him and told him to stop praying and to stop reading the New Testament. Just read the Old Testament, right? And he did that. And he would go around the whole country teaching the Old Testament, teaching people how to read the Old Testament, giving sermons on the Old Testament, but he wouldn't pray. He wouldn't do any sort of prayer. And when the elders of the monastery found out, just by, I think they just did like a stroll past his cell one day, and they were like, hey, wait, something is off here. Like, the energy over here is dark and heavy, right? That's the energy that a lot of ortho bros have. It's dark and heavy. They know a lot of things. They know a lot of true things from scripture. Right? But they don't have any spiritual life. They don't go to church. That's what this saint was doing. He was like going around everywhere doing these sermons on the Old Testament. Let me wait until I'm fully out of magic. But that's what he was going to do. There we go. And when they found out, they told him, hey, bro, you're like possessed. They didn't literally say that. Right? And that's what I tried telling my friend. You're possessed. Because, like, never have I ever gone through with you and told you to do any of the things that you're doing. You're just going online and watching videos from, again, the Coptic priest who's going to lead you astray into that. Or he's sending me videos from Roman Catholicism. And it's like, so no, you're not actually an ortho bro in that sense, right? My friend isn't. My friend has told me in the past, no, I believe everything that you believe. Oh, so you believe in going to church? Because that's a commandment from God? It's a commandment from the apostles who are institutors of the religion of God? Oh, no, we won't do that, but we can talk about the Bible. Or he was trying to, and again, just very demonic of him, right? One day he told me, let's do a Bible study. We need to save right here because I'm going to die right here. I know for it. I know it. I know it. And he's like telling me, oh, I already forgot the story. Let me drop that actually. But he's telling me like, oh wait, someone just texted me. Maybe it's him. No, it wasn't. Who was it? Nothing important. But I'm like over there like having this argument with him because he won't just like, he won't go to church. Because he knows he's going to have to, like, actually lock in. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Die. Please, just die. But he's over here, like, talking about, like, oh, I don't want to have to stop going to the strip club, or he's over here judging people. And he keeps missing the point that Christianity is about judging yourself. It's about synergy with God, becoming the person God wanted you to be, assuming the fall never happened. Theosis. The point is to become deified, divinized. Right? To partake in the uncreated energies of God. The point is not to have autistic debates. Oh, I remember what I was saying. He tricked me one time into having a Bible study with him, and then about like 30 minutes into the Bible study, he started asking me questions that a black Hebrew Israelite was asking him. So he was using me to do these debates. And when I told him, hey, actually, you're carnally minded. Only a carnally minded person would turn a Bible study, right, into a debate. And I didn't even get to actually debate with the person in real life. It had to be through my friend's phone. So like, it's not even an actual debate. The laws of debate and the laws of philosophy are not observed, because which black Hebrew Israelite is observing the laws of debate? So my friend, my spiritually unsaved friend, doesn't even understand what proper debate is. Because he's carnal. Because he's been watching videos. Right? Not from Jay Dyer. Right? People already... I'm starting to understand the critique of the Jay Dyer debate streams. Because there are a lot of young men who are coming into the church who... Yeah, they have an intellectual knowledge that Jay Dyer taught them, but they don't have a spiritual knowledge. And that's not Jay's fault, because Jay already says way too often, and people still ask him spiritual questions, but people ask Jay Dyer already too much about spiritual questions, and he tells them, hey, wait, I'm not a cult leader, you need to go to church. Stop asking me about fasting. Stop asking me about your girlfriend. Stop asking me about all of these little things that you should be asking a priest. Right? And that's what my friend was trying to turn me into. His own little Jay Dyer. Right? I can just ask Markel questions all the time about the spiritual life and put none of it into practice. Well, I have zero desire to do that for anybody. I wouldn't even do that for my own kids. Right? I'm not a cult leader. Jay Dyer is not a cult leader. You need to go to church. If we're not going to church, but we're reading the Bible, we're reading the lives of the fathers, we're reading all this stuff about orthodoxy, right? Don't be surprised if you die early, because your life is a vapor and you don't know when you're going to die. Don't be surprised when you die early, if and when you do, that God judges you very severely for not making good use of the information that he taught you. That didn't necessarily seem right. That, I feel like I dodged that. So now we're going to have to do some of this. So no, maybe don't even watch Jay Dyer, right, if you're terminally online. Maybe go to church. Go to the hospital, right? My friend just told me he went to the ER for whatever reason and got a CT scan, right? But you won't go to the hospital or the church to be healed of your obvious demonic pride. You won't do that. So it's just childish, and I think what I need to do to eliminate this childishness is just to stop talking about the faith online. It doesn't seem to be fruitful. It seems to be used by these anxiety-ridden, and it's like a form of demonic oppression. I understand that. But me making another video, or me telling my friend yet another time that he's like spiritually lost right now, right? None of my words are actually helping. So I'm just gonna stop using words, human words. I'm gonna start praying more about it. That's all I can do. You can't help an incel. Okay, the only people that can help an incel or an anxiety-ridden young man is God. Bear Moth Owl. That's the only person that could help you. I can't help you, Jay Dyer can't help you, a priest can't even help you. The only person that can help you is God. So there's no amount of advice, there's no amount of like, you know, I've given this advice before, but like there's no, like you can go do like 100 push-ups in a day, or whenever you have a temptation to masturbate or to watch porn, you can do 100 push-ups, right? You can give yourself a sort of physical penance, right? But even that advice, it doesn't help people. Because advice is not meant to just be listened to. It's not meant to be accumulated in the mind. It's meant to be put into practice. And if we're not doing that, what are we doing? It's like going up to a philosopher and asking him 100 different questions about, you know, what is the manner of life that I should live, and then when he tells you really good information, you you re-ask the same question. When Plato tells you, and when you go up to him, hey, Plato, I have this issue with like jerking off, and he tells you, hey, maybe go sleep outside for a week, right? People want very simple answers to their spiritual problems or their psychosexual problems. They want very simple answers, right? They don't want the Plato answer. They don't want the Plato extreme answer. They don't want the answer that like a spiritual elder or a spiritual father is gonna give them. Hey, go sleep outside if, like, you're having this issue inside of your bed, your very comfortable bed. No. They don't want to take up on any, like, actual valid advice. It's like autistic. And, like, I'm starting to understand that the vast majority of people are actually autistic. Right? I'm autistic. Other people are autistic, because there's like a spiritual form of autism. How does my friend ask me the exact same question, sometimes the same question he asked me like a week prior, and yet he still can't fathom or understand Christianity? It's because he's willfully choosing to think in his mind that he has a knowledge that he doesn't have. Knowledge that isn't acted upon isn't real knowledge. Theory isn't real. Yo, why is it so dark? I don't know. This mod is a little too immersive for me. This is kind of spooky. But we have to, even if we're just thinking about it in the sense of this game, I like whatever this mod is. This is a good mod. The mountains look beautiful. But even in this game, there's so many characters in this game who they have a theoretical knowledge about something, but they don't act upon it, or they make immoral actions. Pragmatic immoral actions that they think they have to take. Right? But they don't choose the spiritual option. Alright, we're actually going to leave the stream off with us killing this. I don't know if this was a crypto witch or a crypto vampire in this cabin right here, but we're going to have to kill her. Because I don't want to have to stumble onto this old woman later in the game. She's already seen me.
I'm just a poor old
Oh,
woman, dear.
dude.
No
Oh,
need
dude.
to try
That's
to
scary.
decide
Oh,
me.
you have to die now. Don't face your death with some honor. You you witch. But like, you have to kill the witch inside of you. There's a demon inside of you who keeps telling you, why is it saying steal if I've just killed her? You have to kill the demon inside of you. Through Christ, not through your own human effort. Not through your own human learning of the Bible. That's why there's so many spiritually lost and confused persons in the mega churches, right? I can't even see across the... Because they think that just reading the Bible is what they need to be doing. No, you need to be putting into practice the things that the Bible says. Or God will judge you. I can't see, 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 I can't see. Right, so it's not actually a good thing when people get baptized at the megachurch, but they don't know anything about the faith. Right, and they don't put anything into practice. There's going to be many people on the day of judgment who say, Lord, Lord, did we not do X, Y, and Z things for your kingdom? Did we not do X, Y, and Z 123abc.com amount of things for you on earth? And he's going to look at them and say, yeah, but you didn't pray. It's a beautiful thing that the local megachurch has a charity spot, and I don't think God is going to judge them harshly, right? But I think God is going to ask the question, should you be least in the kingdom of heaven or great in the kingdom of heaven, right? I think that's a question God is going to ask a lot of people. That's a scary question. It's scary to think about, am I a worker of iniquity? Am I teaching people lawlessness? Right? So I'm not gonna keep making videos about spiritual things, or even about like reading books. I'm not even gonna do that. Right? I might occasionally do that just for my own personal benefit, or for the benefit of the one spiritual person who might be listening in the video. But honestly, the vast majority of people who watch my content, like, I have to ask, are you guys putting it into practice? Oh, speaking of, am I saving the game often? Right? That's how you stop being an incel, is you start putting things into practice that would eliminate that mindset. So yeah, like, just stopping porn isn't even like step one in the process. Understanding why you watch porn is step one in the process. Talking to God about why you do that is step one in the process. Confessing to someone is step one in the process, right? And then step two is actively fighting against the temptation, the desire to do those things, because that desire is in you. You're sick. Most young men don't think that they're spiritually sick. They think that they can just live life however their whims are dictating. Well, I mean, I tried doing that. I know other young men have tried doing that, just living life however you want to live it. And I don't think this ever worked out for anybody. Oh wait, let me not sell the ingredients. Let me sell the bread though, we don't need bread. Right? So, like, actually, maybe don't read the Bible. Some people, you don't need to read the Bible, you need to, like, pray to actually understand the Bible. Right? The Bible is not just, like, easily understood. Especially if you're a carnal person, especially if you're a spiritually diseased person. there's really no point in immediately reading the Bible. The only thing that reading the Bible will do is serve to condemn you even more. Rightfully so, right? So like if you're struggling with watching porn, right, for most of your life, reading Leviticus or reading the book of Romans isn't going to necessarily help you in and of itself. I read Leviticus and now I feel ashamed for what I watched. That's not necessarily the whole point. The point is now to take that shame, right, because you understand what the law of God has just said, that those who do such things will not inherit eternal life. People understand that, but they don't do the next step in the process. Remediation, remission of sins, right? Remission of sins is the term we use in the liturgy, and to be in remission of something is to be healed of it, right? To have your cancer remitted is to say that it's fleeing from you. I guess, okay, we're gonna keep going until we kill the dragon, and then we'll cut off the stream. So no, reading the Bible, debate streams, hearing more about different types of denominations or schismatic groups, none of these things will save anybody. Reading more of the New Testament even. If you read 15 chapters of the New Testament every day, but you didn't put any of it into practice,
The terminology is clearly
that's not a very good thing.
Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way.
Okay.
That is my. So your information was correct. Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss.
Let's
the
buy
old
some
road.
spells.
Take a
We
look.
need some new spells. Yep. Yep. Do we have enough? Yeah, we have enough for that. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Oh, we have to sell a little bit more. That's fine. That's fine. Gotta buy some books. Right? Just
Yeah,
what
what you
the
got?
yeah, I'm doing the thing I just told everybody not to do. But like I told my friend, you need to go to church. Just reading the Bible at home isn't gonna save you. It's never saved anyone.
You should join the Mages College.
Nice work. Just send me a copy.
And I don't wanna like
A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon. How exciting.
I don't want to necessarily put into people's mind the idea that they're not going to be saved or whatever, but work out your salvation with fear and trembling, right?
Let's go.
Not enough people listen to that verse. A lot of people just assume, again,
So,
because they read the Bible,
you came from the Western
that they're
Watchtower?
saved,
Yes, my lord.
or God loves them.
Told me
Maybe God is letting you read the Bible because He doesn't love you.
The sword coming from the south.
Maybe He hates you, actually.
Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it
And that might be like a weird thought to some people.
No, my
Maybe God hates
circling overhead when I left.
you because you won't live up to the life he wants you to have.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here.
Maybe you're odorous to Him. Maybe he's something that He wants to cast you out
Here left.
because you don't listen.
Gather some guards for the
That's why I keep telling my friend, you don't listen.
ordered my men to muster never made.
Right? You think the faith is asking me a dozen questions about if Kanye West is going to be saved,
Stand on ceremony, my friend.
or if Tupac was a Christian, or if Tupac's going to be in heaven, or if Tupac wrote a Christian song.
You survived Helgen, so you have
Only
more experience
unsaved
with
and
dragons
carnal
than anyone
people
else
ask
here.
stupid questions about the
But I
spiritual
haven't
life
forgotten
because they
service
think that the point of the spiritual life is asking questions or learning knowledge.
As a token of my esteem,
The spiritual life
I have
transcends
instructed
books.
Abernethy that you are now permitted to purchase
The point of
properties
scripture is that it becomes ingrained
except
within your
escape
heart, not
from
that
personal
you
army.
stay stuck to reading text all day.
Here will have killed this dragon. No. I can't afford to risk both.
Okay. Let's kill this dragon. Let's go rescue our dad from the belly of the well. Well, I guess Jordan Peterson does actually use the imagery of, you know, fighting the dragon is
I hope you get there in time.
akin to the adventure of life that young men should be living. So actually, Jordan Peterson is actually telling young men the appropriate thing to do in this situation. Because Jordan Peterson has really terrible theology, right? But at the end of the day, what is he going to keep telling you? What is he going to keep harping on? That actually comes from Scripture, right? Jordan Peterson will keep harping on the fact that Abraham left his home country and went on an adventure. Right? And your adventure as a young man might not be leaving your home country. It might actually be
I mostly deal with petty people.
learning how to accept your dad, learning how to love your mom, playing Skyrim on a harder difficulty. Right? It might be something so simple, right? And one adventure leads into another. Right? There isn't just one adventure in life, there's multiple. Right? So no, reading the Bible isn't going to get you to stop watching porn. Actually being extreme with yourself and telling yourself, and I love that my priest told me this because this basically changed my life. Right? When he told me, no, you like watching porn, you like being a victim of yourself, right? And that type of knowledge has almost completely changed my life. The idea that people like their sin, you like hating your kids, you like being a deadbeat dad, you like watching porn, you like all of these things that victimize and torture you and will eventually send you into hell weeping and gnashing your teeth. You like those things. Right? And Jordan Peterson is right. You have to kill that dragon. You have to leave that spiritual wasteland. Right? You have to leave behind the land of your fathers. Even if you don't actually physically move, you have to leave behind their mindset, their worldview, their ideology, their sins, their struggles. You have to be transformed in God. Okay. Kill the dragon. Alright, let's go. Let's do this, finally. Finally. We have to slay the dragon. Alright, we have to save our dad from the belly of the well. It's like, yeah, go save your dad from the belly of the well. And you know, like, you just have to offer Isaac on the sacrifice of offering, and you just have to do it. Sacrifice the childish Isaac in you, and God will stop you and say, hey, thanks for at least having the intention. Why is this button not working? Let me move before he... Yep. Did I have, I don't want to necessarily go up straight into his face and start fighting back, so we just... You have to kill the dragon! you have to appease the sexually abused boy within you, so that the spirit of Lilith doesn't swallow you whole alive. And you know, I learned that when I was on a drug trip. Oh, I learned that. This isn't going good so far. This chosen people mage speed run is not going so far. I don't have enough magic to appropriately fight back. Oh, yep. Let's avoid that. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so the damage is okay. This is full fun. All right, so we're gonna have to let them take care of this for a little bit. I guess this is my immediate sort of disinterest in this play run, is that I feel so weak now. I feel like a human now instead of like a dragonborn. I feel like I can't actually fight back. It breaks the immersion. Or maybe it's actually helping to create better immersion, because eventually I will get stronger. And I can't even walk up to him, because he's just gonna take away my entire health bar in a half of a second. So we'll just let this happen for a moment. Right? Sometimes in life, you have to let your friends take care of it. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go back over here. Let's hide. Oh, okay, here we go. Ha! I won! Ha 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 ha! I did it all on my own. Right? That's the mindset that people have towards God. Ha! I did it all on my own, God! I figured out how to stop watching porn. You're never gonna be able to tell God that. You need God for everything. You'll never stop watching porn without God. Without this understanding that you like being carnal. Okay, cool. Finally. Finally! Finally, now we're becoming the actual avatar. Now we know the wind element, the air element.
Sound could bring mountains down.
It couldn't really.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn.
Am I? Dragonborn? What do you mean? Dragonborn? What do you mean? And you know, I read this one book from the Kabbalah one time about the Dragonborn, and it was describing how, you know, in the ancient West, you know, there was this prototypical religion, and it was primordial, and that's what we need to bring back into the West today, and if we don't do those...
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
Well, you know, I don't really know what happened to me, because, like, I was under a psychosis from a drug I had been taking to actually clear my mind a little bit better, so I really don't know.
Well, you can shout now. You couldn't before, right? That can only mean one thing. You must be Dragonborn.
And you know, I really do agree with the philosophical conclusion that you have come to, that I thus and therefore must be the Dragonborn, because I do have this power now. But I wonder, like, what sort of adventure can I create for my life if I actually went through and did the things that I was supposed to do as a Dragonborn?
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the third
Alright,
time.
that's the end of the stream. We're done. I'm tired of this. Oh, what is this? Exit game. Sure. Confirm. I'm tired. Streaming takes too much energy.